everybody agreed that's something they're going to do. So, we'll see if it all comes through. But I feel real good about the source that told me that.
Welcome back. National Football Show, your boy Dan Sileo. Bottom of the hour, we are going to talk to our friend Merrill Reese. There's been a lot of noise going on concerning Deshaun Watson, and today the Browns met, the 49ers met, the Colts were told no. I spoke to Bruce Arians. The Buccaneers had made conversations about potentially having him as a member, but a couple minutes ago, our dear friend who joins us each and every single Monday, our friend Garry Cobb joins us, and he tweeted something out. He says it's going to be Deshaun to Carolina. Give us some insight here, Gary, why you think it's going to be Carolina.
Well, it's a source I have close to him that says that's what's going to happen. Of course, we talked yesterday. I was surprised that, that there wasn't going to be at least a discussion about him kind of giving in and doing the Panthers a favor. But what I hear is, and not doing the Panthers a favor, doing the Texans a favor. So I wanted to be in the South, but I had heard that the door open there. He would go, and this is previously when there was talk about him being traded, that he still was open to going to a place where, he'd be able to go and play football because he really wants to play. So what I hear, though, I hear it's the Panthers. I hear it's going to be announced, sometime tomorrow.
Here too, Garrett. He was, he met with the Browns today. The 49ers were also in a conversation. But this just came down to the fact that he was either going to probably play in Atlanta, where he's from, or he was going to play in Carolina, where he played his college ball in that neck of the woods too. And this is all about peace of mind and comfort zone, more than trying to win a ball game, where they can build around him. It may be a slow build, right, Gary? But he wanted to go to a place that he's comfortable with.
Yeah, especially, he obviously has got to know that he's made some mistakes, and that he's going to have to go in and get the good graces of the people around him. And, he's had all his success in the South. He grew up in the South. So I could understand him wanting that. I just thought that the teams would make a little bit more noise about that, being that they want him to let some other people win in this situation. But, I can understand that. I know with regards to the date and things, there's some issues there. So, from what I hear, it's something that everybody agreed that's something they're going to do. So, we'll see if it all comes through. But I feel real good about the source that told me that.
How about this too, Gary? At the end of the day here too, you look back on it, maybe this is why the Eagles had a heads up and they weren't public, because they had an inside scoop too, that they knew that it was really going to be either Carolina or potentially Atlanta, because why throw that out there when it didn't really matter what the Eagles offered up? They were just going to lose just by the fact that he wanted to play in that part of the country.
That's right. And I from obviously, I thought yesterday, the information that was coming out from your guy, I thought he probably nailed it right on the head. It's a kind of situation where kid wants to play in the South. Basically, let it be known that's what he wants to do. He's definitely got a lot of people knocking on the door because the kid is a talent. He's a special talent. And we know it's a quarterback-driven league. So he really was holding all the cards, and, he got what he wanted. Hopefully everything will work out for the kid. I'm rooting for him. And he knows he's got to get his act together. He's got to clean up some things, both on the field and off. And I hope things work out for him because, he's still young. We'll see what he can do. But he's very talented. There's no question about that. That's the reason you've got this fervor about Deshaun Watson. The kid is a special talent.
Last question for you, Gary. What's Any kind of collateral damage in the fact that potentially maybe behind the scenes that the Eagles were looking at Deshaun Watson? Is there anything, or because it wasn't made public, they just go on business as usual?
I think this go on business as usual. And, I talked about this before, was that one of the number one things about Jalen Hurts, it's the thing you hear all the time, is about his character. The kid is a stand-up guy. It's going to benefit him, and I think that that's the thing that there's no question about them. He's a stand-up guy. He will be fine through this. He knows that this is that business, and he's got a dad that was a coach, so that helps. But he's a stand-up guy. All the guys on the team are for him. They want him to be their quarterback, and so I think from that standpoint, from the dealing with this and everything, he knows, hey, this is a business. Teams do things, but I think he's going to come out this fine. And I think that's the big thing about him. And that's the reason you bring him to Philadelphia. Not everybody can play in Philadelphia. I think we've seen that. And, the guy that wear the number 11 didn't do real well in Philadelphia. So that part of it, they nailed it with Jalen Hurts. He is the guy that can stand up there. Doesn't matter what people are saying. That's not going to change him at all. So I think that's one instance here. Clearly, it's a big plus for the Eagles. They got it right there.
You got it. Hey, Garry, thank you so much for this news, man. We really appreciate it. Travel safe, my friend. We'll catch you next week.
Sounds good.
All right. Garry Cobb from Fox 29 in Philadelphia is reporting that it will be Carolina for Deshaun Watson.